Lost in the dark. It's not a good day to be a bad guy.
What's up, metalheads? This is Wayne.
And Michelle.
And we are from the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. And you are listening to
Burton and Aaron on the Lost in the Dark podcast.
Raise your horns.
Welcome back, Crypt Crow, and thank you so much for joining us on episode 225 of Lost in the Dark / Bog podcast, because technically this is sort of Lost in the Bog podcast. Tonight we are joined by our brother from Lost in the Bog and Bog Wraith, Alex, in this discussion. Alex, Aaron, and I went out and we watched Jackass Forever and then came home and recorded this episode. So this is our Jackass 4 episode, and this is a film series and TV series that means a tremendous amount to all of us in different ways, and we get into all the different details, tons of spoilers, so I highly recommend watching the movie before you see this episode, but we really get into it, and we had a whole lot of fun that night seeing the movie, and a whole lot of fun talking about it. It was a wonderful experience, and I'm so happy we got this episode recorded. But before we get into it, as always, we got shout outs, and joining us and coming all the way from Wisconsin, we got our brothers from the Dipping Milk in Cookies podcast. Join your hosts, Garrett the Cookie Commander Smith and Mike the Master Milker Segovia, as these two best friends try to figure out this thing we call life using friends, guests, and microphones. And it's one of the best podcasts going by far, one of my favorites. I listen to I anticipate every episode, and they have some of the best segments, like the question of the week. So if you follow them on social media, please do. And you answer their questions of the week, they will read it on the episode and you'll get a shout out. So super awesome, fan interaction right there. And the Master Milker's Mysterious Mysteries. I mean, that's the reason why we have to have them do a crossover episode with us. We will find a way to get them both on sometime, crossover on our show, on their show, something before the end of the year, because I cannot wait to talk to Mike about some of this stuff, some of the strange and paranormal. As you all know, we love here at Lost in the Dark. And Garrett, of course, being the guitarist from Reflection of Flesh, are going on tour right now, which we will be talking about in a minute. But everybody be sure to check out all things Dipping Milk in Cookies podcast. Next up, as always, our own Detroit family right here in Michigan, the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast, coming to you from the glacial dumping ground known as the Michigan Basin. Wayne and Michelle are a husband and wife educator and podcasting duo that examine UFOs and other paranormal topics within Michigan and beyond. Topics include UFOs, the paranormal, conspiracy theories, ghosts, alternative history, the Michigan Dogman, Bigfoot, cryptids, and all things strange and paranormal. And Wayne and Michelle are absolutely some of the most incredible people I've ever met through doing this podcast. And, considering the fact that paranormal stuff is part of my giant influence in starting a podcast in general, they are one of my favorite paranormal podcasts going today at all. And they did just announce that MUFON investigator and author of You Have the Right to Talk Aliens, Sev Tok, first name SEV, last name TOK, will be the guest on their next episode coming the weekend of February 20th. So everybody be sure to look out for that. And everybody be sure to check out all things Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Absolutely amazing. If you're into the strange and paranormal at all, you're going to love this one. Trust me, it's outstanding. So, no. I got it now. Okay, so now we are shaking it up a little bit now. instead of doing band shout outs leading up to shows, I'm going to do show shout outs because most of them will be bands we'd be talking about anyway. First one that I want to mention is the next one coming up for me personally. It is the next show that I will personally be attending on February 9th, Saturday, February 19th, 2022 at the Music Box in Jackson, Michigan. This show features the likes of Furnace Winds, Fell, Ruin, Sedentary, our brothers in Recorruptor, Dagon, and motherfucking Throne. Throne will be headlining this one at the Music Box on February 19th in Jackson, Michigan. Sedentary, Recorruptor, Dagon, and Throne alone are nuts. Like that's going to be a fucking insane show. Everybody, if you are in the Michigan, or if you're in mid-Michigan at all, be sure to try to check out that show because it's going to blow your fucking mind. And the next one that I want to talk about are two more Lost in the Dark alums happening on March 12th in Kalamazoo, Michigan at Papa Pete's. We got Bound by Years and Reflection of Motherfucking Flesh, Garrett's band from Dipping Milk in Cookies. He is the guitarist for Reflection of Flesh, and we cannot wait to see them again. And of course, we've talked a lot about Bound by Years on here. I'm so excited to finally be able to get to meet them in person. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm really excited. Of course, we had Chance. It was Chance. We had Chance on, and it was an amazing episode. Everybody be sure to go back and check that one out. I can't remember the number right now, but it was Chance from Bound by Years. It was a great conversation. I can't wait to finally meet him and the rest of them in person. And I'm very excited to get to talk to them and finally see them live. So everybody, if you're in the Michigan area, and it's a full tour. It's presented by the Legend Recording Agency. Shout out to Keith. Reflection of Flesh and Bound by Years. Everybody be sure to check out that tour. And if it's coming anywhere near you, I cannot recommend it enough. But if you're going to be at the show in Michigan, I will be there too. So I hope to see you there. But without further ado, everyone, we're going to dive into this episode 225. Here it is. Lost in the Dark, Lost in the Bogs. Reaction, basically, to Jackass Forever. Enjoy. Welcome back to Lost in the Bog, you bad motherfuckers.
What up?
We are back here in the crypt for the first time, I think, with Alex.
Yeah, first time in the crypt for me.
Current crypt, at least. You've been in the ones previous.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been in some previous ones.
Back in the other house.
Yeah, but tonight we are here to talk one thing only. This is much like the crossover we did recently with the film Scream 5.
Yeah, Scream 5.
Yeah, Scream 5.
5 Cream, if you will.
5.
Yeah, the cast and crew actually had shirts and stuff made up that said 5 Cream.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So we are here right now to talk Jackass 4, Jackass Forever is actually the name.
Yeah.
We literally just left the theater
Oh my god.
after watching this movie, and in over the past week or so, you and I watched 2.5 together, and then later that night I watched 3.5. But before that, I watched 1, 2, and 3 back to back to lead up to this because I knew we were gonna do this, and I was like, I gotta rewatch the Jackass movies, and dude, I feel like we've all grown up with this shit.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
In a crazy way. And it's kind of like I was talking to you about this last night. Like, it's like my favorite comedy actors of all time are probably like Adam Sandler and Chris Farley.
Yeah, very physical, like slapsticky kind of humor.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But when you sit down and you watch Happy Gilmore or Tommy Boy, there are, narrative moments in the film that aren't meant to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whereas Jackass is every single scene is a laugh.
Oh yeah.
Every single as much I'll never forget the first time I ever saw Tommy Boy, and I was crying. I've never laughed that hard, I don't think, but every time I sit down and watch a Jackass movie, I am laughing for an hour and a half to an hour to 2 hour and a half to 2 hours. You know what I mean? Consistently, nonstop laughing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
You know what I mean? Like it's a totally different medium, but like it's so consistently fucking fun.
Mm.
That's a great way to put it. Consistently funny.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like they haven't had that moment where you're like, I don't know, man, Jackass just isn't doing it for me. Because like they've always been able to hit a certain amount of like, you wish you were there, you wish you were kind of getting fucked with at the same time, and like you kind of want to just be in on the joke, you know? Like these are like people that you feel such an it's that parasocial relationship where you feel like these are my friends, man. I've literally known these guys since I was 12 years old, man.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it's a different kind of nostalgia pull. Like it's not like one of those like, oh, remember that character from that movie? It's literally like, no, dude, you remember this person that is literally an actual person that fucking does this shit?
There's like that, and that's something I love about just the series in general, is like how much of it is just like, it's like you're just you know, hanging out with your best friends, just fucking with each other, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the best part of it all.
In the first, I know the first movie, and I think the second movie, but I'm not sure about the third one, and definitely not the fourth one. But the first two movies, like the intro, like they always have a big intro sequence, like the big opener, right?
The original shopping cart gag was fucking unmatched still.
But I'm pretty sure it was for 1 and 2, and now I watched them both like a week ago, and I can't remember what specific songs they were, but both of those movies opened on metal songs. And I always felt like Jackass was a very like, had the mentality of metal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of punk rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of like, just fuck everything. We're going to fucking be wild. And
like,
that's what it is.
I could be wrong, but I feel like BAM had a lot to do with that.
Oh, dude, yeah, counterculture,
Mostly,
emotion,
big factor.
Yeah.
Fucking,
Which,
if CKY wasn't a thing, but Jackass wouldn't be half the stuff it would be.
Yeah.
Oh man, like those first few CKY movies.
Yeah.
Like those were like, even
Those are a big part of it.
CKY 1 through 3, those were fucking hugely influential on what Jackass was as a whole.
That like predates Jackass even. Like, that's, you know,
because it was like right before Big Brother even caught wind of like what what Bam Margera was doing, really.
Yeah.
So Alex, I feel like you have a pretty good story in this. How do you even like, what was your start into Jackass?
My start into Jackass, honestly, was like when it like first started coming out. I remember seeing commercials because my siblings would watch like music videos in the morning before we went to school and stuff.
Yeah.
And you'd see these fucking weird commercials that would just say the word Jackass on them, and you'd be like, what the fuck is this? And it would like lead up to this point where it was dudes backflipping into fucking elephant turds, and like a dude trying to roller skate jump over a fucking little creek that's in LA. Like, it was weird shit that
it was YouTube before it was YouTube.
Honestly, yeah.
It was that thing that triggered so much YouTube content to actually happen.
Yeah.
Because they had given the groundwork of, you can be stupid little ratty kids and a bunch of people are going to think you're fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like it was so raw and beautiful in its own little capsule. And I feel like it's so hard to replicate that kind of feeling. But like every time they've done a movie, there's humor, their fucking weird little friend dynamic. It just all like mixes together into that point where it fucking hits you in just like the best way. It's so cool. I don't understand how they do it, but they really nailed it this time again.
Yeah.
It definitely has come to a point of like brotherhood, and like
Yeah.
where when you see them like fuck with each other, you don't. You just feel like it's siblings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's like a home video almost in a way when you see Johnny like fucking tasering everybody or whatever.
Man,
Like
that's a great way to put it.
it's literally almost like a home video of siblings like just fucking with each other. And I'm not gonna lie, I went to work earlier and I spent a good portion of my time at work knowing that we were going to go see this movie and do this podcast tonight. I was like, how can I fuck with them on the podcast? What can I do? And my best idea, I was like, I can't pull that off tonight, but it was just get a whoopee cushion. And every time one of you gets up to piss, I put it down just to fuck with you guys.
Yeah.
But like, it's that kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's a brotherhood at the end of the day. We're just fucking it's just best friends fucking with each other, but there's no you might get hurt, but it's nothing but love at the end of the day.
Right, you're not trying to be malicious, you're trying to be like humorous in the moment, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's such a capsulated thing. I
Exactly.
just love the idea of Jackass in general, just because like I was raised on Jackass.
Right. Same. And it definitely didn't start that way. Like there's no way they could have predicted that it would end up being that sort of mentality.
Yeah. Could you imagine like if now like a few of them are actual like household names like Johnny Knoxville and I suppose like Steve-O because he does on podcasts and stuff.
Great podcast.
Yeah. Just it's that kind of thought about like, you know, I don't feel like they went into this anticipating the fact that they were going to be such an impact. You know what I mean? Like,
and what metal band does?
Yeah, I suppose that like
it's the same fucking thing.
How could you? You know.
The fucking first stunt Jasper got to do in the movie was, no, fuck you. I want to introduce myself. I'm Jasper.
Yeah.
This is Zach. This is the fucking. He was all about it. He was so excited because, like, that's just such of everybody that had been raised on Jackass would have literally been like, no, fuck you. I'm going to introduce myself because this is literally Jackass. I'm going to go, hey, my name is Alex DeRosa and this is the fucking slide. Like, we're doing this shit. Like,
we were literally seeing like ourselves like as being brought up.
I feel like
as seeing it from the beginning, like we were seeing ourselves on the screen at that point.
I feel like every kid at some point was like my name's Eric Gray and this is the fucking whatever. Like,
oh my God. Like,
what was the one dude that was on Tosh where he's like, this is for the juggalos and juggalettes.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
Fucking do a fucking table full of like
yeah.
That
guy. Like it's that kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You feel that like camaraderie with that person because it's like, oh, he did that stupid fucking thing. Holy shit.
Yeah.
But then
you're in on the joke too.
Yeah.
But it's also as soon as you do that stupid fucking thing, you have a giant group of fucking friends surround you and like cheering you on and like supporting you in that moment. You know what I mean? And that's fucking like I feel like that's a really big part of it too. But
that's really kind of one of the things that keeps me watching it as far as like, you know, just
they
like
support
whenever
each other.
like
they're
whenever
brothers.
Whenever
And
somebody whenever somebody does something stupid or like just something that is kind of like, you know, like might be a little bit offensive, like they always kind of like shrug it off and kind of like, you know, oh, okay, like this is just part of a bit, you know, like this is just something that we're doing that day, you know, instead of it being something that's like actually mean and kind of like, you know, like there's always
the bit like the most in Jackass 4, the most kind of like, I guess I don't know how else to say it, like the most like racy or whatever in terms of like the current social political climate they got was with that scorpion bit.
Oh dude. Yeah.
And but the jokes that they made it's 21st century.
Yeah.
Dude, I love that shit. She was sitting there waiting to get stung by a scorpion.
Dude, yeah.
It dropped on her tit and she was like, no, just get it
not
off.
on my tit. I'm a lip. Not my tit.
And then Pontius was like, no, I need your consent. I need permission.
Yeah.
Right.
Consent. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. You got it.
Take it off my tit.
From here on out, we're basically spoiling the shit out of this movie. So.
Oh yeah. But
like there's only so much you can say without like directly
Yeah.
referencing shit
Yeah.
that happened in this movie.
The only thing I wasn't disappointed, or like that I was actually kind of disappointed about, was the fact that they didn't show the after effects of like after she got stung by the scorpion.
Oh my god!
kind of
right?
thought
I
that
wanted
that's
to see
what they
the
were.
swelling.
I thought that they would, because they have already shown it on social media.
Yeah,
Like if you go to the social media, you can actually see like her lips be fucking
it was-
crazy.
Oh, I
fucked
gotta
up.
fucking check that out
Yeah.
actually, because like
Yeah.
she got fucked up by
Yeah.
that scorpion.
Oh,
real
yeah.
It was, like,
hard. Like
Yeah.
Five
God
or
bless
six
that
at least.
woman straight up.
Yeah.
She fucking
No,
took a
massive
taser to the
respect.
tongue without making a noise.
Dude, yeah,
That
she
was
did. That was
impressive.
tough as fuck.
Yeah,
like she is.
same with Poopsie.
Yeah.
Making a fucking snake
Yeah.
bite to the face twice
Oh
without
my
making
God.
a goddamn.
I mean,
sound.
Yeah.
I think he took more than two.
Potentially,
Didn't
yeah.
he? I think
Two-
he took three.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
But the one that we saw that actually went in the
Oh,
slow-mo,
wrapped into his
that was
fucking nose.
fuck. Oh yeah, the
Oh.
nose and the lip at the same time.
Yeah,
That was
dude.
fucking insane.
Like
You know,
the
that was
new
fucking
cast
insane.
really fucking brought it for this.
They
Honestly,
really
yeah,
brought the thunder.
yeah.
They
Like-
really brought the thunder.
I was surprised.
Dude,
But
I felt legitimately bad for Aaron in this movie.
oh my
Like,
god,
Dude, it was
they-
Punish Aaron's balls. The movie.
Honestly, yeah.
Oh my
Like there were
Now-
certain points where I was like, holy shit, like that's so unfair. Like
And
that's so like
honestly, of course you'd say that, Aaron.
yeah, right?
Oh, no,
yeah.
exactly. Aaron's feel for Aaron's. You know, like it's
You
just-
know, we
it's-
gotta stick together a little bit, you
bro,
know.
it's like
Like,
every time I meet somebody named Alex, you know, I'm like, yeah, no, we're
There's
the
some-
same. I feel it.
yeah.
Yeah, I never meet anybody named Burton, so I've never had that.
but if you ever did, it would be like, oh, okay, like yeah, you
Yeah.
know,
Oh
like,
yeah,
I-
we totally
yeah.
begin. Yeah.
yeah.
But
At the same time though, like they've always kind of like given him a bunch of shit.
But-
Like, he's
but-
always kind of been the one that's been like the one that's taken the most shit
Oh,
out of
dude, he's
anybody.
broken his tooth and
Yeah.
got his
But
tooth
that's-
ripped out. And shit.
Yeah.
but that's
the-
also
just
go on.
even like the terrorist stuff where he's like in the back
That
of
was
the
one
taxi.
of the best. That was
Dude.
one of the best
Oh my
pranks
God.
of all time.
Yeah.
Of all fucking time.
With the pubic hair,
Oh my God.
everybody's pubic hair. They
literally-
like
Classic.
yeah.
Literally to this day, when he gets out and he goes, "Are you an actor?" and he goes, "Come on."
Go yeah.
That is the greatest come on of all time
Yeah.
on film.
Yeah.
That is
easily.
the greatest. Come on. Like that is the greatest come on of all time on film. Like
Right.
to this day.
yeah.
Dude
I
looks at him
remember
and just goes,
that.
I was in Beer Fest. Come on.
I was
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
right.
But like, but also
Fuck,
like
bro.
they fucking like okay, so you and I watched 2.5 and then and I can't remember which one it was in. It was 2.5 or 3.5. So I can't remember if it was the one you watched with me or not. But we learned in those movies that Aaron becomes someone a little bit different when he gets wasted.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I actually didn't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he becomes a completely different person, and he's pretty fucking wild and is in deservement, according to the Jackass crew, of punishment. And so that I almost feel like there's gonna be a 4.5 where they show why they destroyed Aaron's testicles so many
Yeah.
times in this movie.
That was
Because there was a solid 10 to 20
oh my
minutes
god, yeah.
of just every scene someone destroying his balls. Like, it was fucking
Well,
God,
especially
the pogo stick. Literally, By the
God,
time I
yeah.
saw that, I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like something happened.
yeah.
The fact that
There's
the
a
pogo
reason
stick
for
made
this.
contact with the actual ground was
Oh.
where I was like, yeah, he's fucked.
Oh,
He's fucked, man. Like,
Dude,
there's no way.
Oh my
you
god.
ever just see something that just makes you feel it in your stomach? Like
Dude.
That's what
balls
Jackass
skin.
is.
Jesus, yeah.
I felt
yeah.
my ball skin tighten.
I was like,
Oh my god, yeah.
mm.
No,
yeah.
my testicles went back up into my body. I was like, oh,
Dude,
I feel gross.
I'm
exactly.
I'm so surprised that they got away with the what was it? It was it was a bear, wasn't it?
Dude,
Where
my
they put
God.
the salmon and the honey and shit.
As
He's
soon as
just
he
sitting
said
there.
that there was sniffing his crotch, they were like, no,
Yeah,
no, get
yeah.
in there,
Oh
get
my
in there,
god.
get in there.
Yeah.
When it like I literally like I was legitimately freaked out when it almost bit his hand.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you could see it kind of looking at it. He was like, no,
it went
no.
for it.
Yeah.
It went for it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, dude.
Yeah,
That
it's
shit,
like a soft little like kind
that
of like
shit had my
graze
hair
over
on
it
it.
little thing. Like
Yeah.
it didn't want to snatch it, but
Just
like
like-
it kind of wanted to test the water.
Yeah.
and granted, yeah, it was like kind of a small bear, but like I don't give
Fuck
a
that,
fuck.
dude. Doesn't
Small
even
bear,
matter.
my ass.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If
That's
a
what
bear
I'm
is the
saying.
size of me, then
Holy
that's not a
shit.
small
Yeah.
And it had the
That bitch will
power
still
that it
eat
has.
me.
Yeah, 100. It was slit your throat in one swipe.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like, it's
Oh my
fucking
god. I watched an interview with
insane.
the fucking Jackass guys, and they're like, Aaron, how did you not feel like you were about to be gutted? Dude, he probably felt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
honestly, the
he
entire
probably thought
time.
his balls were about to get literally eaten
my
off by a
God.
bear.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna get eviscerated by a bear on like actual fucking
Yeah.
footage. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit.
That was the one
100%.
thing that was like even before the movie came out, like in the previews and stuff, I was like, how is
That's
this
the cat. Don't worry about
I
it.
was like, what the fuck is that?
I was like, how is this legal, first of all? But, like
Right.
how you know,
Dude,
like
that was- yeah,
I was
that
just-
Dude, how do you
Yeah.
trust your friends? After
yeah.
And-
No shit.
like pouring salmon and honey on you, and then like
Yeah.
fucking bear
the-
sniff
the-
it off you.
Willingly, yeah.
The way they the way they showed the bear wrangler like running in and everything, it was like, holy shit, that was actually like fucking, yeah,
Yeah.
that was real. Like,
God, dude, that oh my god. I not only did he get his nutsack destroyed by a heavyweight fighter, a pogo
Oh my
stick,
god,
a
yeah.
fucking hockey player that was professional, like a slap shot for like 80 miles an hour or some shit
Dude,
like that.
yeah.
Like this motherfucker
a softball thrower.
yeah, a professional fucking softball player. She swings that shit straight into his nut.
Alex,
I-
are you a fan of the TV show Letterkenny? Have you
Yeah.
ever seen Letterkenny?
I have seen it. I'm actually one of those people that I didn't see the hype, but I had it like mad overhyped for me before I watched it.
Fair enough.
So
But
like
have
it
you
was one of
ever-
those
have
things
you
that
ever-
I had like high expectations for, and it
God
ended
damn,
up being
sorry,
like one of
guys.
those ones where it's like it was pretty good, you know.
Like
I had some good laughs.
Did you ever see any of like the hockey scenes in it or whatever?
No, I'm pretty sure I stopped.
There's like
right
a lot of
around-
hockey scenes in it.
I want to say I stopped around like season 2, like early season
Okay,
2.
fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Because like
Well,
it was one of those
and
ones
they-
where like the MySpace episode or like the
Oh.
goth rave was like the one that like was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is kind of funny. And
The hockey scenes came in later than that for sure.
I think
Yeah,
I
but-
think the later episodes are a bit better.
The
just-
only
just 'cause
probably
they-
because like the
my
OG
favorite
ones
season.
are like the ones that were just like them being an internet show, right?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
favorite season is season 4 by far.
Yeah.
By far.
See, exactly. Like I gave up pretty much like halfway through season 2 because I was like, I don't get why everybody loves this show so fucking much.
It is weird. It is very
Yeah,
weird.
Yeah.
But when they get it, especially when they get into the hockey shit, there was a moment when they were gonna shoot fucking Aaron with the hockey pucks. There was some I don't remember what who the hockey player's name is because I don't pay attention to hockey.
No.
But when he came out on the ice, I don't remember what the line was, but the way he said it, I was like, "That's fucking Letterkenny!" Like that was fucking
Yeah.
Shorzy right there.
Yeah, I can see
Like,
that.
Do you
Yeah.
remember? Like, did you think that? Did that
Yeah,
thought- yeah.
I had-
yeah.
So it was a professional hockey player, but
Yeah.
like he
But
never
he
really-
had that fucking that Letterkenny accent of like,
hmm.
No.
I'm gonna fuck you
Oh.
up, bud.
Deep
Like-
Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a lot of hockey players, bud.
yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, but it probably wouldn't come to me unless like I actually heard the name.
Yeah, I don't remember what the dude's name was, but so he like it was just so that the
Probably-
fact that I recognized that accent from another TV show that I consider funny made that whole scene a lot funnier to me. Honestly,
Okay.
Probably, distracted by all the hot chicks in the hockey playing. That happens.
Yeah.
Like
There's a lot of hot
there's
chicks
a
in Letterkenny.
lot, yeah, especially in the newest season.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yeah.
No idea.
That's not gonna be my selling point, but I am gonna try it. I'm gonna try it out. At the
I
very
will,
least. It's on Hulu. I got Hulu. I can do
Holy
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
man. Like honestly, like I will say that there are some episodes in it that are worth watching as far as like the later seasons.
Oh,
go.
man.
Like
Oh, yeah.
it's
Oh, there are actually some like standalone episodes of that show where
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
just watch that episode and it's fucking hilarious.
yeah.
Like, and you don't need any backstory and you don't need to see anything else. Like they do it all in the episode,
Mhm.
and it's just a standalone thing where it's, I don't know. To
Yeah.
me, it's fucking comedic genius. Like, I think it's some of the funniest shit. It's
Yeah, I'll have to
super
give it
weird.
another
It's
chance.
super weird, but like it's very funny.
But that's the thing that like really sells it is the weird character humor and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost why Jackass works. Like it's just one of those things that like you get who these people are on a very characteristic boundary.
Right.
So like you don't know like them personally, but you know the willingness of like putting on a certain face for the laughs or the actual hits and stuff like that. So
And-
like every time you see them, you react. You're like, I knew they were gonna do that shit.
And
So-
also like, okay, so wait, before I say that, Aaron, what's your intro into Jackass?
Well,
Oh, shit, that's a good point. Yeah, you got my intro. Fucking
Yeah, I was pretty young when it first came out, and initially I wasn't allowed to watch it, mostly because of
which
what it
made
was.
it way more enticing.
Yeah. So when I did finally see it, like I was pretty hooked. But I don't feel like I ever actually watched any of the movies until I was like quite a bit younger, quite a bit older.
Fair enough.
But even still, like I just I always had this kind of, because it's like what like what the best parts of it are is like just it's like seeing all of your friends just fuck with each other basically.
Yeah.
And like just to see that, and then just for as long as it's been around, I mean fuck, like there's fourth movie. This is the
Yep.
fourth
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
fourth movie.
Well, I mean, if you want to include the 0.5s,
I guess it's
really
like
like
seven.
a sixth.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
sixth or so.
Honestly, I think 0.3 or 3.5 was like the closest to like a full blown Jackass movie that they
Yeah.
had shot and
Yeah.
stuff.
Much more than-
2.5 felt
yeah.
like more of like a behind the
Extra,
scenes kind of thing.
yeah, bonus footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It-
Like I feel like 3.5 actually felt like another movie.
I agree with that.
Yeah. It wasn't really until I was in like middle school that I kind of started to kind of, like be able to watch it openly and kind of like,
Okay.
appreciate it for certain aspects rather than the others. I feel like I got a little bit more into like the CKY movies than into Jackass, just because like
Any fucking
was-
skate fucking shop that you would
Yeah.
go into in the early 2000s had those on fucking VHS.
Yeah.
Hell
You-
yeah. Dude.
I had a friend of mine that we used to watch those, and God, what was it? Haggard.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
The-
I watched
the Haggard
Haggard
movie?
over the summer.
Yeah.
And that movie fucking slaps.
It's
in the
so
most
good.
It's still
low
good.
budget
Yeah.
fucking way ever. The scene where Ryan Dunn gets his eye stabbed out instantly
God.
makes it a
Yeah.
fucking classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. Like there's literally a scene where they literally just do a music video with boobs in it, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, that's gonna be a fucking
Yeah.
nugget scene, bro. That's gonna be sick."
Yeah. I mean, I was like, 13, 14 at the time, not really understanding what I was watching. And for
Dude, for sure. Yeah, no. Like,
the most part, that was kind of my introduction into Jackass. I was like, I don't know what I'm watching, but I feel like I'm too young to watch this type of stuff.
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
I had the
yeah.
exact same fucking thing, man. I had an older brother that was poisoning and corrupting my mind with that shit, and it was awesome, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know, like just watching this one and seeing, I admittedly, it is kind of, I actually really enjoyed the fact that they put the whole Ryan Dunn thing at the end of it, because he was always one of my favorites.
Yep.
Dude.
Him and Bam Margera specifically were the two that always kind of like kept me watching it.
Mhm.
Which kind of what led me into like Viva La Bam and those kind of shows.
Dude, have you watched Viva La Bam lately though?
I tried to. I really tried to, and it's
literally unfucking watchable.
Yeah.
Like it's literally just him being a douchebag for like half an hour.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude. Holy shit.
Well,
like, how unlikable can you make a person?
Yeah, and just like it's more so just what I know about it now. Like, it's more of just like, the fact that I know that like during the filming of it, like his parents were kind of over it and stuff. Like he was fucking with him a whole lot, and I know that like
drove him out of fucking skateboarding and fucking
all that
shit too.
So it is kind of tough to rewatch, but there are certain episodes that I specifically remember being, specifically, like fondly.
There was basically a Jackass episode.
Yeah. There was
Johnny Knoxville to fucking come in on the prank war sometimes.
Yeah. Those were good episodes. I liked the Treehouse episode with Guar. I did a couple episodes of Guar.
Oh,
that was cool.
That was good.
Yeah, Guar being Guar for just like an episode of a TV show was really great.
Yeah.
Bring me Bam Bam.
Yeah. The whole like Treetop Casino episode was cool.
That was really fun.
That was good.
I loved the one where they went to Finland for Ruse Rock, and it was with him and all these other bands.
Oh, you got like
Bodum, I think, was in an episode of it.
Turbo Negro. And
yeah.
I was gonna say that there is actually a video on YouTube of like Alexi in Finland, like sitting there doing an interview, and then like Bam just just crashes it because they were like really good friends. And that video's on YouTube, and it's fucking awesome to me.
So it's stuff like that, and it's I like getting a bit older and kind of like just having more access to it, and being able to actually watch it for what it was and stuff, and seeing like the 2.5 3.5 stuff is always, I don't know, I always really enjoy that kind of stuff because like it's the same reason that I enjoy the Steve-O podcast, because he's had and one of my favorite episodes that he's done so far has been the one with Wee Man.
Yes.
Because they talk so much in depth about just like either stuff from this movie or from past movies, or just from things that they've done where they're like, like, I don't know if I would have done that, or like, just kind of wondering about like, just different questions, or like if there's anything that they've ever done that they kind of like, regret a little bit, or if there's just certain things that, I don't know. I always enjoy hearing about that stuff, especially with Jackass, because there is so much that like, especially with Ford, or with, with the newest movie, I was like, how do you even prepare yourself for that? Like, how do you even, do you, or much less, do you even know what you're showing up to half the time? Or are you just showing up to film?
Obviously
yeah.
It seems like one of those things where it's like, yeah, dude, show up at this location. We'll give you like a brief synopsis when you get here, and like that's exactly what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And
we're on set, but that's the thing. That's the thing. To Aaron's point is that if because for the last week, building up to this, I've been watching like interviews with these guys and just everything I can consume from them. And
I watched a handful of interviews for the new movie specifically.
I tried to
get fucking Jasper's reaction on the whole like fucking I'm gonna fucking say my fucking. He was like, dude, like you grow up with this fucking shit, you can fucking want to do that.
And that's the thing is it's like they literally say on all the interviews, like if you're on set, you're not safe. Like at any point, anything's gonna happen. So like. And for them to see like that when they exploded Steve-O's porta potty.
Oh my god!
Or when they shot him in the head with the fucking
dude.
That was one of my I don't know why it's such a stupid, simple prank. Like it's not even that like big. But when they shoot Steve-O with the volleyball from the fucking thing when he's walking out of his trailer, just makes me laugh so fucking hard. I don't know why.
Steve-O, that's what it is, man.
Like I just love.
Steve-O takes it with such stride.
He does.
What it is.
Yeah.
Like,
He does.
He's just so grateful to be where he's at, and it's just amazing, man. Like, I love to see new and improved Steve-O, honestly.
Yeah. I like, and especially, from hearing stories about, on the podcast, like all the other stuff he's been through, like to really kind of have that perspective is crazy, especially like
he's come a long way.
Yeah, for somebody like him that has been through, I mean, like
dude, hell,
like
addiction and like,
oh my god, like to the point where he was like ready to die.
Yeah.
Like he was like basically trying to kill himself.
Yeah.
And then a little bit more at this point, actually now a little bit more than 10 years ago, he decided to get completely clean and sober and started a stand-up comedy career.
Man, it's crazy to think that was over a decade ago now.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. It's within, give or take 5 years, within the same amount of time Jason Mewes did the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And both of them. And so that's why I was so fucking excited to see Jason Mewes be on Steve-O's podcast. Like I was like, this is the podcast I've been waiting for.
Yeah, dude, that was a really good episode.
It was.
Really liked the way that they talked together.
The only thing that bummed me out about it was I felt like they just scratched the surface.
Oh yeah,
like there's so much more. Like they could start a regular podcast together. But
honestly, I think if they sat down for like 3 hours straight, they could fucking really.
Oh my god, it would be epic.
Yeah.
That would be epic. But yeah, to see how far Steve-O has come and like to see how good he like because so the weird part is like I kind of like discovered that he was doing stand-up at the point at his like 10-year mark. And up to that point, I'd been listening to a whole lot of other podcasts that were hosted by comedians, professional stand-up comedians, that were very successful. And all of them said that like it's the 10-year mark is when you start getting actually like you go through 5 years and you get shit on, and then if you make it to 10 years, that's when you start to get good. And I kind of like found Steve-O at the 10-year mark, and then I watched his gnarly special, which was only released on his website, and you had to it was behind a paywall, and that was over pandemic and everything. And I watched that shit, and it was just as good as a Jackass movie. Like it was fucking hysterical. From one of my favorite fucking stand-up routines that I've ever seen, because he did a multimedia situation where like he would tell a story and then show the footage. And that was fucking like it was absolutely hysterical from top to bottom. And it's really cool to like you come in like if you followed someone like Steve-O or Knoxville's careers post the last Jackass 3, and then you come into this movie, you kind of see them in a different light. You kind of like you're more like kind of, I don't know, like you're more kind of like you understand them a little bit more if you've been listening to the podcasts or watching the interviews or whatever. And so like and that is when Steve-O announced that Jackass 4 was going to happen on his podcast, I was like, I don't want to see these people I like get hurt. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Johnny and Steve-O like die.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see that. But like the way they did it in the movie, and the way they really did it in a way of it really felt like a passing of the torch in a lot of ways to these new members that they introduced.
I loved that passing of the torch line where they were fucking with the like newer members like fucking Zach and Poopsie and Jasper and shit.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, dude, how's that?
I mean, it just and that was even I don't know her name, but the girl that got stung by the scorpion.
Oh my god, yeah. I wish I knew
Legend.
what her name was. She was in like 3 or 4 really good stunts in the fucking movie.
Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
She's fucking
Pro.
brilliant.
Pro,
Super
all
pro.
the way.
Super
The
pro.
fact, dude, if I had to lick a goddamn taser, you know how much of a little bitch I would have been immediately.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be fucking silent as a mime. Like, what the fuck?
Like she didn't
That
even
is
let
so
out
hardcore.
a sound. That was pretty fucking hardcore.
It's so cool. what the fuck, dude? Like
She's
they
pretty
really,
fucking
I don't know,
hardcore.
they picked like a really crazy cast of people to
Yeah.
really like take up the rest of like the work for this, because like Jasper is somebody that people know from Odd Future, you know, like he was in Loiter Squad.
Yeah,
Like, he's done a lot of that fucking crazy shit already. So like putting him in an actual Jackass movie was just kind of icing on the cake, because like he's already somebody that people know is funny.
Yeah.
He's already somebody that is willing to do the fucking shit that gets fired like this. Like,
And
he's perfect.
And at the end of the day, as long as like, you know, you got like Pontius, Steve-O, Johnny or Bam or some, you know, somebody or Preston or
Preston, Wee Man
or
Dave
Aaron.
England,
Aaron. Yeah. As long as you kind of got like any of them in the background
Yeah.
in reacting, as long as you get their reactions, it still kind of works. Like,
right, yeah, it still feels like everybody's just kind of like teaming up together.
Right. That's kind of the passing of the torch. And yeah, like I feel like this one, they really, I don't know. To us as fans, I feel like they really created something special.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, it's hard to describe, because like
it is
a Jackass movie in theaters is one of those things that like I remember from being a kid, and like I couldn't stop my fucking face from laughing, you know, like my face hurt. I'm like dying on the fucking chair, just curled up. And like somehow this movie instantly brought me back to that, you know, like I'm fucking a little goddamn 13-year-old dying at Jackass 2 in theaters with my brother. I'm like, it's so funny. Like, it's just it hits in such a different way. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like any comedy movie you could ever describe. It's not like any fucking just generic, like, oh, I told a fucking dude got hit in his dick fucking joke. No, dude, a fucking MMA heavyweight fighter literally shot a dude straight in the fucking dick. Like, he eviscerated that cup to the point where you hear a snap noise happen when he hits that cup. Like, there is
when he hits that cock,
dude, there's few words that can describe how visceral of a reaction that is, and how irreplaceable it actually is too. Like, holy shit.
But that's
like, that is something from the early 2000s that we all experienced. That was like, that is the crudest, fucking stupidest humor ever, and is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Dude, I don't know how you can replicate it, but like they did it.
But they pull off comedy in a visceral reaction. And to me, not in terms of comedy, but that's what metal does.
Yeah.
Metal is when you're into metal, it's not passive. It's like it's more often. I don't know how I did that, but it's more often. It's more often than not like you hear a metal song that you love and it makes the hair stand up on your arms. Like it's more a visceral reaction. So Jackass is almost like the metal of movies to me. And that's kind of what it's always been. Like it is punk rock. It is heavy metal. Like
they do counterculture.
It is counter. Yes.
I feel like that was actually a huge factor in that whole like alternative scene, counterculture, like becoming more mainstream, was the fact that these group of fucking random skater dudes, punks, fucking metalheads that all decided one day, if we get hurt on like fucking camera, it's gonna like actually get somebody to watch it, right? Like realistically, somebody's gonna watch that shit. And it became a phenomenon because it was just a bunch of fucking skater, fucking metalhead dudes that were getting hurt together. Like, it's something that is so beyond itself that like I don't think it can do wrong almost.
Right.
Like I legitimately, like, you can't go into this movie with expectations because like, what are they gonna do for another Jackass?
Especially at their age.
Yeah.
You can't be like, this is a plotted out fucking, like, you can't be like, oh, Iron Man's gonna save the day. No, dude, this is a bunch of homeboys launching themselves out of cannons, fucking getting shot in the dick with a bunch of fucking different things, getting bit by animal after animal after animal. Like, what the fuck?
It's basically a series of home video clips.
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's what it's always been.
yeah, YouTube shocked the show, but like with a group of characters that you know in such a intimate way that is completely separate from their actual lives.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because like again, you could all like see like Aaron McGeehee as like, oh dude, that's the guy that got his nuts eviscerated in Jackass 4. But like you could also see like fucking Aaron McGeehee is just like, oh, that's Danger Aaron. He does like all of like the B-roll fucking like so,
Yeah.
like, he did like a lot of like the smaller stunts at first, and now it's like they fucking really put him through the fucking ringer.
Yeah.
Like,
that's for sure. Yeah.
like, almost like more hardcore than some of the fucking like more known like cast members of this fucking shit.
And they like literally like they do one stunt and then the next scene they're doing the next stunt and they're in the same costume. So you know they filmed that on the same day.
Dude, could you imagine like a fucking 7-8 hour day of just
Oh
like,
my god.
hey, we're fucking with Aaron today.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. It was fucking insane.
So fucking
They destroyed his testicles.
dude.
like-
Oh my god. Like I honestly I think we would be remiss to not mention the opening scene of this movie
Oh, dude.
being
Yeah.
some of the funniest 10 minutes of a movie that I've seen in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Because it was spliced with cuts of Pontius like just laughing,
Just,
standing
yeah.
over the miniature that they were using.
Yeah.
Fucking Cockzilla.
Cockzilla is all you really need to know about this.
Probably one of
Like,
the best intro they've ever done.
Yeah.
Like they're like don't get like we are all Jackass fans here. They're definitely known for their intros.
there's a certain moment when you're watching it when you realize like, oh, something's about
It's
to
a
happen.
penis.
Like something's really about to happen, and then you're kind of you're kind of waiting for it, and then you see it, and you're like, oh, okay. Like
I thought it was like a puppet at first. I was
I
like,
did
oh,
too.
that's
Yeah,
funny. It's a fucking dick puppet. Ha, 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 ha.
yeah.
Yep.
And then they zoom out and show Pontius and his fucking skibbies, and he's just fucking standing over this miniature. And I'm like, oh god, it's Pontius's junk, like in full force.
Yeah.
man. They fucking plastered over his urethra. And shut that fire.
Yeah. Oh no, it's yeah. Like we talked about earlier,
And
there
also-
might be more full frontal male nudity in this movie than any other.
I love the fact that they put everybody's name in like the Japanese logo, like it was some like actual Godzilla monster movie style stuff.
Dude, I didn't even pick up on that. That's
Oh,
a
that's
good-
funny. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. They did do that, didn't they?
Yeah, they
Holy
have the
shit.
fucking kanji under their names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
It was beautiful. I couldn't even believe it. Just rewatch, like just rethinking about it in my head, because like, what a specific idea that like could only ever fit in a Jackass movie. Realistically, you're never gonna get like a full blown shot of somebody's cock and balls destroying a city while
Yeah.
fucking people run in fear.
Literally.
You can't do that shit in like a spoof movie. Like there's only Jackass that you can actually pull that off, and nobody's gonna be like, that's an NC-17
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know how this one didn't get any like or at least like an actual like digital release, because it is so like there's so many moments where it's like, can you show that? Can you actually show that shit?
is because there
Like-
wasn't hard penis.
Yeah.
Hard
yeah.
penis is where they start to draw the line.
Oh, is that?
yeah, exactly. Soft penis, that's fair game.
The,
Hard penis.
the Steve-O cock beehive,
Yeah.
that was intense.
Yeah.
Like
No shit,
beard
that was
went
fucking
down like fucking 7 inches. Like
Yo, no, it shrunk. Like, I mean, if
Dude,
you
it
had
was a huge
bumblebees
bee
on
beard.
your cock, that shit would retract.
No, but I'm saying the bees were hanging down like 7 inches.
Oh,
That shit
no.
was fucking massive.
Yeah.
He had a massive hive on that shit.
Yeah, dude, his dick is not that long.
Absolutely not. No.
He is fucking known for having a small.
I love all the promo shots with him and just his face during that scene, because like something crazy was going on, but he's just like, oh shit, like yeah. Like freaking out about something. You don't know what it is, but at the same time, like it's
1 second.
yeah.
Dude, they gave the fucking queen bee
Yeah.
a nice little nestle spot right in between his dick and balls.
Yeah.
Like, what a fucking crazy ass wild maneuver, man. Like, straight up, like putting the queen bee in the fucking dick and balls.
Oh my
zone.
god, yeah.
Like, it's savage, and he even got stung before they really started. He's like,
yeah,
they got me in the dick.
And then they show it at the end of the movie too.
Dude, when he got hit with the paintball.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My god.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
His dick was
welt
completely
on his
purple.
cock.
Oh my god.
That was fucking insane.
Dude.
Yeah.
You imagine that?
Dude,
like,
you wouldn't be able to fuck or touch it for like a goddamn like week and a half easy.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Like one of the outside of the last bit, I'm actually kind of surprised there wasn't as much like puke stuff in it as in the past, because I really felt like, especially with the last two movies, like that was one of the things that always kind of got me about watching it. Is like I felt like past a certain point I had to like skip past certain bits of it, because like I have such a problem with that like I don't know.
And they
even
set it up with the fucking merry-go-round thing.
Yeah.
But like there really wasn't that much.
Everybody puked up like a decent bit of milk, but then it fucking turned into
yeah. So I kind of wish I would have stuck around for that, just because I feel like it was gonna be a little better. But just the Vomitron, I was like, all right,
that was the one.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna tap out on this one, like. So
there really wasn't that much puke at all.
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the puke happened like right away, and then fucking some people puked after they got shot a bunch.
Yeah. Because the whole fucking like army thing came in.
That was so fucking funny. They did like an airstrike while they were still spinning.
Oh my god, that was fucking brilliant.
Oh man,
that was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it was, man. I just appreciate every last second of this movie, and it's exactly what you want, man. It's Jackass 4. Like how wrong could you possibly go, but how right can you possibly be?
Yeah. Well, and especially from a group that's done fucking everything.
Yeah.
Everything that you could possibly do with this. I don't really know where you go with it, but apparently they found it out. Like there's, and I feel like this is a bit more of more of a victory lap than it is anything else, as far as like just
it's a combination of a victory lap and a passing of the torch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's both of those things at the same time.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I can definitely feel that, like the strong sense of like passing the torch, because like they had enough new cast members that like we could still see them do more stuff, but we don't know them enough yet.
Well, this was our first introduction into them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean?
So like they could almost lead like another movie and like do like a Jackass 5 themselves almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then like have like the elders fucking supervise.
Exactly. As long as like Steve-O in Knoxville and everybody else are in the background,
right? Become like creative directors or something like that.
Because on some level, like they almost also invented like their reaction video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in some kind of way, because that's like watching a stunt and then hearing Steve-O's laugh is kind of part of it, or Johnny's, or whoever's. Like it's still it's kind of part of it. Like so, yeah, I could totally see them. And I think that's the point of them doing this movie and being Jackass Forever. and introducing
Forever.
a whole bunch of new characters,
Yeah.
that means that they, you know, there's room to continue at least. Whether they will or not, who knows?
Right. I wouldn't mind
But-
seeing Jasper, Zach, and Poopsie, and God, I wish I remember what the girl's name was. I feel so bad. not
Yeah, I
remembering her
can't.
name.
Yeah, I feel bad too. I literally I've never known her name before the movie, so I just don't remember.
Right, because she was so good. She was one of the better new cast members.
Honestly, yeah.
like I
yeah.
think, like
Like I want to see
Uh,
them do more fucked up shit to her.
yeah, exactly. Like I would much rather see her do more stuff than Poopsie. For sure.
Yeah.
Rachel Wolfson.
Rachel Wolfson. Okay, she
Doesn't
was
she have like
fucking
famous
amazing.
parents though, or something? I think she has like I think there's something. I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whoever she
Fuck
is,
it.
she was
She's
amazing,
Amazing.
and she
Yeah.
had some of the best parts of this fucking movie.
Yeah.
honestly.
So hands down, some of the most like impressive parts. Like
Yeah, she
like 'cause
owned it.
like she was like tougher than most of. I mean, Steve would
Dude,
You know what I
okay.
mean? Like-
Steve-O got the fucking harshest of the mime punishments, though, man. Getting a fucking skateboard dropped on your shin.
Yeah, that's
That was
That is
intense.
something
Oh.
that skateboarders fucking joke about getting shinned, man.
Oh,
like
dude,
that is
yeah.
like a fucking constant like
Oh, so
variable,
it's like
man.
an inside
Yeah,
joke. All
yeah.
right.
Oh, dude, getting shinned by your skateboard.
I knew-
sucked.
I knew exactly what that was, and that was
Bone
happening. I was
wood
like,
contact, man.
holy shit, yeah,
It fucking hurt.
Skateboard
Oh.
shin guillotine.
yeah.
Dude, yeah. Me and my
That's
friends used to
intense.
play this game when we were in like middle school that we called Shindig, where you get one person that jumps in the middle and then everybody else surrounds him on the fucking trampoline and you try to fucking swipe them out from underneath themselves. So you end up fucking making shin to shin contact
Oh.
constantly.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, dude, it was a savage fucking. you get a lot
Oh
of
my
dumb
God.
fucking shit when you talk about teenage boys, man. But yeah,
Yep.
dude, shindig was a thing, man. You fucking end up getting shinned real hard by somebody else's shit.
God damn. Yeah, that's what we do when we're bored up here in Michigan.
Dude, yeah, you make up fucking games where you end up getting hurt. That's
Yeah.
like the fucking goal.
Oh, I definitely fucking gone down a hill in a shopping cart.
Oh, dude, for sure. Yeah. Me and my friend, actually, my brothers and I had a fucking shopping cart that we had found in the woods that, like, we were like, oh, fuck yeah, dude, we're take this fucking shopping cart. It's just out in the fucking woods. And we used that shit for sure. We launched each other off the curb and shit. There is probably footage somewhere. I don't know if we actually still have it or not, but like of me like 8 years old getting launched out of a shopping cart head first into our fucking front yard.
Oh my god, we definitely need that footage.
Oh, for sure. If I could ever track it down, if my brother or my fucking dad has it at some point, like I definitely gotta try to get it because there was a lot of really stupid stuff that me and my brothers used to do. My brother specifically, like my oldest brother, used to make just like all sorts of like Jackass and CKY videos. He wanted to be Bam Margera so much. It was like fucking just one of those things, you know, like it was like fucking, you know, it was his idol for a second. So like of course the harsh territory comes with it, you know, fucking jumping off shit.
What was the craziest thing you or not necessarily that you ever did, but you ever saw? Man.
My brother did a fucking front flip off of a fence that was in our neighborhood that was, I want to say about 10 feet tall. And he landed like straight on his fucking back. Like, just,
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, like full blown, knocked the wind out of himself. Like, he
Oh.
couldn't fucking do anything for like minutes on end. Like, it's probably one of those things that actually really fucked with his back to this day. But like, it was just like one of those like, oh, I'm gonna be fucking badass, dude. I'm gonna do the shit. Like he did a front flip off the thing. Or no, his buddy. He climbed up to the top of this tree. It was like probably like 12 feet tall, maybe or so. And the branch he was resting on fucking snapped. So he was falling, like folding himself in half on like every other branch that he was falling down. And you get the reaction of him fucking collapsing in on himself at the fucking ground floor and then like going, what? And fucking collapsing. Yeah, there was some pretty funny ones in there just because like it was like my brother in high school with his buddies just doing stupid shit, fucking putting dog shot collars on and all that fun stuff.
Yep. We used to do that. We used to put up cinder blocks. With like, well, with like, you know, those like those things you put in fucking like a paintball gun. Those little canisters.
Yeah.
We would like line a cinder block with those and just blow it up. We would wire them all together.
You used to pick the CO2 cartridges.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man, that's so fun. That's like so like mid 2000s fucking
Yeah.
entertainment.
Yeah.
Like, fucking,
It's just what we would do.
don't try to tell me white people don't got culture.
It was just very violent.
Yeah, it was like the stupidest version of
Yeah.
hey, bro, if I could launch myself into that fucking branch, it would be really sick, right? Yeah, dude. Like, if you get really hurt, you know how good that.
You know how?
Be?
Yeah.
We actually tried to do that once. We tried to launch somebody into a tree once. We were actually to do that. That is 100% accurate.
When somebody's got a bike and a makeshift ramp, you're like, oh fuck yeah, let's see how far we can launch this shit.
Yep.
And then it ends really badly, and you're like,
Dude, fucking makeshift
Everything's
ramp.
fine.
yeah.
At the end of the day, everything's fine.
They always seem so rad until you fucking beef it real
Oh,
hard on
dude,
the ramp,
yeah.
and then you're like, I want to ride that shit again.
Yeah.
But you at that point in time, we didn't even realize that like the beefs were like the prime YouTube content.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that was where people were gonna really start fucking laughing at your stuff.
Yeah.
Was you beefing it real hard? I got like if I had $1 for every time that I like fell super ridiculously hard as a kid,
Oh my
I would
God.
have so much fun.
Imagine if you had it all on film.
Yeah.
If you
Dude.
nothing but
Oh my God, dude. I couldn't even
Money.
imagine.
yeah.
Because
You'd be a
like
TikTok star.
right, oh my God, like little kids falling, like it's one of those things that you don't want to laugh at, but like sometimes it's funny
It's
just
fucking
enough
funny.
that you're
Just-
like, I know the kid's fine, but like holy shit, they fucking hate shit.
And little kids can eat shit harder than adults.
Oh,
Yeah,
easily. Dude, you can see a fucking little kid do like a triple flip into their own face, and they'd be like, "I'm on fire,
Yeah.
let's go."
Like, oh my God, are you like, you all right? Like,
Could have swore I
And
saw you
they-
bite your lip
Yeah.
off.
And they're totally fine. Yeah. It's fucking amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking Jackass 4 was brilliant. I don't know where to go with it.
Dude, no, I honestly
man.
think that the little kid thing is right though, because like watching these people do this at like 40, 50 years old, it's like
it's a bit impressive.
Dude, I
honestly.
wake up
Like,
wrong and I hurt.
Yeah.
Like, how in the fuck you gonna shoot yourself out of a fucking cannon into a lake and then get a forceful fucking colonoscopy fucking by the lake and just be like, yeah, no, that's cool.
That was- yeah.
Next thing. Cool, whatever.
Did we get the shot? Yeah.
Dude, my wings look good. Like, fucking
Yeah.
hell, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Straight up, there are some days where I'm like, oh, I slept wrong.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I got my neck. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I gotta walk around like this all day. God damn it. Like,
You fucking, what the hell was it? It was like gordita and egg or something like that.
Yeah.
This is 90s goddamn Taco Bell commercial reference I'm trying to make, but it's not working.
These motherfuckers know how to make the fucking metal.
Dude, just God bless them for doing another movie and stuff. Like, it sucked that Bam wasn't in it and stuff, especially because like he was such a big
Did.
part of the origins of this kind of
Yeah.
What's the
idea.
bummer?
yeah.
But like realistically, he did it to himself to the point where like it
Oh, yeah, that
sucks,
was-
but like
He's struggling right now.
Exactly. I just wish he was doing better. Honestly, that's
All of
what it
us
really
do.
comes down to.
All of us fans, we just want to see him like doing better.
Yeah.
For sure. Nobody wants to see him doing bad.
Did you guys watch the Vice thing about him? That was like a kind of like where they are now type deal.
I did not.
How long ago was that from?
It was, I don't know, it was a little more recent. It was just kind of, it was after Ryan Dunn passed away, and it was a little bit longer. Like they did a special on him, kind of a thing, like a catching up kind of deal. I'll have to see if I can find it, because like what he's trying to do is like compile a whole movie based on just like unseen footage that's come out about it that nobody really has ever seen or knows about.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's apparently like there's so much of it that he just kind of doesn't really know what to do with,
Yeah, he wanted to make that movie. I Needed to Be Useless for a while back, but he never ended up finishing it.
Yeah, and a lot of it kind of touches on what happened after Ryan Dunn passed away, and like they're best friends, so it's you just
childhood friends with that.
Yeah, like it's really because like a lot of it talks about the inception of like the CKY stuff, and a lot of the like because they were kind of the main ones that started the whole Jackass thing, and just to kind of see where it all went to and what they're trying to do after that and stuff is it's a bit sad. It's kind of hard to watch, but at the same time, it's like at least you can see kind of where he's trying to go with it. Like he's trying to continue that legacy and continue what they were able to accomplish with him in the picture. So it's something that I kind of hope that we get to see, but at the same time, it's like I don't know where it all leads to, I guess. So
that's fair.
I don't know. I also have the hiccups really bad, so I apologize if I'm like stuttering through this because I'm trying to like hold it back. So yeah. See?
All good.
Aaron, what's your middle name?
Oh,
my middle school teacher used to do that to us whenever somebody had the hiccups out loud. They'd be like, "What's your middle name?" He'd be like, "What the fuck, bro? What's up? What
do you mean?"
Huh?
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, "Do you have the hiccups anymore?" He'd be like, "No." He'd be like,
"Yeah." So I'm sorry if during this I'm like, making weird sounds and shit and like trying to talk.
Honestly,
you're fine.
I feel like it was such a tasteful way to end the movie with just like tribute to the random hero, man.
Yeah, man.
Like Ryan Dunn was like,
he was always one of my favorites.
He was such an iconic presence, despite the fact that like he didn't have like the craziest things to do. He stuck a car up his butt, like there was like little things that like really added up, and like he did some really cool shit.
Yeah.
I'm also a big fucking sucker for that goddamn show that he had that was like about like getting revenge on people by fucking up their rooms.
Yeah, what was that?
I don't remember what it was.
Oh my
called,
god, yeah.
But it was goddamn amazing. If anybody can find that,
dude,
and,
I haven't
do any of that. Like, find me on any sort of social media and send me a link so that I can download this show, because it is not anywhere that I can find.
Yeah, dude, I forgot all about that.
Dude, yeah, he had that one that was like, oh, dude, if you fucking stitch the goddamn thigh of your friend's pants when they're trying to put on their pants in the morning, they'll fucking
yeah. There was like some like house pranks, and then at the very end of it, they picked one specific person to fuck with.
Yeah, and they would like turn their fucking whole bedroom into like a fucking porta potty or some shit.
Holy shit! Yeah, I haven't thought about this in a minute. Yeah, it was an MTV show at one point. I think it only got like one season.
It was a legit fucking show. It was like Room Raiders, but like they didn't look at their dirty stuff. They like legitimately just took it from their friends and just fucking like pranked the shit out of them, just renovated their entire room.
Yeah. What was that called?
Yeah, look it up, because like shout out to fucking Ryan Dunn for being the mastermind of a goddamn MTV show that like wasn't just the typical like your parents want you to date this guy. It's fucking such a goddamn wasteoid like generation of fucking MTV programming for a second.
Oh yeah, it was called Homewrecker.
Homewrecker.
Oh shit!
Yeah, dude.
It only had one season.
It was so good too, and then they moved it to MTV2 immediately, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we're not gonna renew it because people watch the show." And it's like, You never let it get a fucking audience, dude. Like, it's not ridiculousness. It's not gonna just pick up an audience fucking immediately and then be the only thing you fucking play for 10 days straight.
Yeah. Well, this was 2005, so I feel like they were still trying to figure out what their thing was. You know what I mean?
True
Like,
that.
Yeah.
Because it was one season originally, October 30th to December 18th, 2005.
Such a short run. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
it only had 8 episodes.
What?
Yeah.
8? Man. Yeah, if you can find those 8 episodes, though, hit me up on it.
Yeah.
I'm on most of them, except I think Twitter is the only one that I'm not actually on.
All his social medias will be linked in the description below.
God, yeah, I should do a
I'm
deep dive
mostly
into that.
Alexander the Wraith on things. So
Yeah.
like TikTok, Instagram, like the typical bullshit. Logan, tell me where I can find this goddamn show, please.
Yeah.
I want to watch Ryan Dunn do some stupid shit again.
Probably on torrent.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
The best.
Yeah. God, yeah.
I don't know
I
what
completely
the fuck
forgot
I
about that show
Seven
until now.
Seas.
Yeah.
I'm glad I fucking reminded you of it because like this is a fucking good show, man.
I watched a few episodes of it. I thought it was good.
I'd much rather rewatch that show than fucking View Little Band, man.
Yeah.
Made me want to fucking vomit. This shit was so annoying.
That one's pretty rough.
Hey, I'm Brammer's here, and I'm a douchebag to everybody I know and love.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Well, that's yeah, and like there were definitely episodes of it that I liked more than others.
Oh, definitely. Like there were some really fun ones and stuff, but like I feel like the butt of the joke was always just like, look, Bam Margera treats the people around him like shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so weird rewatching it.
Like
I don't know, man.
look at how much money I have to put into the show of just fucking with my parents kind of a thing.
Right.
Like,
Hey, you want to go drive my Lambo? Yeah, I want to go drive your Lambo. Oh, hell yeah, we're going to drive my Lambo.
yeah. why don't we make like a makeshift like sunroof in your Lambo by like doing a sawzall through it and like cutting out the top of it?
Oh, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would just fucking do weird shit like that. Or like the time when I think it was like him and Tony Hawk having a prank war where Tony Hawk literally made a fucking like a drop top for his fucking Hummer.
Yeah. It was
Sawed the shit out of that fucking thing and just took most of the roof off of it.
I remember that one.
I'm pretty sure it was him in Knoxville. No, it was either him in Knoxville or him and Mike Valley.
I could see either. Honestly, I could still see Tony Hawk too because they had the fucking Tony Hawk Underground fucking 2 plot line of them being against each other in war.
Yeah, that's true.
Get that cross promotion and shit at the time. Like, obviously, you're gonna do that.
Yeah,
you gotta get those fucking GameCube sales, man.
PS2 sales,
Bro, if you don't fucking sell 1 million fucking copies on PS2, we're not gonna make another game.
Yeah,
no.
And they didn't.
We'll do fucking Project 8, maybe Proving Grounds.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that. And then we'll do a bunch of fucking bullshit that just does not work at all. You'll get a skateboard control and it's not gonna work at all.
Yeah. Until like fucking 10 years later when we remastered the first 2 games like perfectly the way we should have the first time.
They need to do 3 and 4 and get all of the fucking goddamn copyrighted characters back.
I really hope that they do eventually do that because I'm a big fan of the first, like the remake that they did of the first 2. I thought it was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like I have a bit more attachment to the later games.
Dude, right? Playing as Darth Maul or Wolverine or fucking Ollie the Magic Bomb.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. Fucking dude. Ugh.
Really just all the underground games as well. Because
Thug 1.
Yeah.
I had friends that would fucking upload old videos back to like the fucking internet back in like 2004. They'd be like, this combo goes all the way across the Vancouver map the entire way, and you can get up to 4,000 or 4 million points in one fucking run.
Yeah.
It was so fucking funny to see.
Beat the first level in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. It was
just
like
from doing this, like, yeah.
You just get one line and you skate, you get the fucking couple $100 I was just laying about and shit. Like, oh,
yeah.
Good times, man.
Classic.
That's what this movie just reminds me
Yeah,
of. Like,
yeah,
straight
man.
up. It's just simpler times. Like, I almost want to like fucking go home, fucking play some Tony Hawk Underground, and just like chill out listening to fucking CKY or some shit, you know? Like, just simpler times.
Early 2000 Jackass. Like, I mean,
Yeah, dude.
Which is one thing that I have heard about this movie is that it's like a fucking nice fucking little tickle at your nostalgia, but like not in the way that like most movies are gonna be doing it
No,
nowadays.
yeah, like, it is definitely more like it's not. Yeah, no, it's definitely not in the way most movies do it. Like they kind of do it like almost in a weird way on the back end and like throughout as well, but like kind of on the back end.
Yeah.
And it's like they should literally show you like this is the stunt we did before and this is the stunt we did for this movie, and it's like
Yeah, it's like a really good way to just fucking kind of cap it, you know? Like it's their own way of being like, thank you for being fans for this long.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
a huge
good way
thank
to
you.
put it. It's like a thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's them being like, we literally get to make our wildest dreams come true because people liked watching us do stupid stuff with our friends. And like there's something so beautiful about that simplicity.
Yeah. That's kind of what I liked about the main opening of it was like, you know, how much of it was just, you know, it was like an event that you get a bunch of your friends together, just laugh about a bunch of shit and just, you know, for like an hour and a half. And that's what it is. Like that's the whole premise of the movie. So I don't know. I was like that.
Dude, right? Like normally during these kind of movies, I would fucking turn to the people I'm with. I'm like, oh, dude, that was fucking. I couldn't even fucking goddamn stomach for a single second to like stop and talk about what I was actually fucking watching, man. Like I was dying laughing the entire the whole duration, man.
So much of it was just so quick. And like you didn't even really have time to be like, what the fuck? Like it was just kind of like just like, okay, all right, well that's happening. Like that's in front of my face now. Like that's
goddamn, dude, so fucking true.
Yeah.
Like it does just all kind of happen. Like you're so used to certain things like being like presented to you and stuff, and like this is such a back to basics kind of form where it's like, yeah, no, like by the way, we're already doing this fucking scene, like we're getting set up, like here you are in the middle of it, you're about to watch it go down, you're not 100% sure what we're talking about, but it's about to happen right now, and like we're kind of busy, so like come on and get on with it.
yeah
I just love that about the whole presentation of the whole thing too. It's just kind of like, oh dude, shit, yeah, by the way, we're about to fucking really mess with this person's entire life. We're about to dump 5 gallons of fucking pig semen on top of him.
Yeah.
And like he's not gonna see it coming for a single goddamn second. Because who the fuck would ever think of that?
I don't even know how I would respond to that. Like even after it's all done, I'm like, where did you get all this? First off, like
after they said that it was pig cum, I'd be like, I am fucking done.
Like,
I'm so over you people.
They totally probably did that at the beginning of the filming, so that way, like they would, like, if that's where you start, you know, like the rest of the shit isn't as bad.
Yeah.
I was gonna say icing on the cake, but I guess the wrong visual.
Yeah.
Icing on the cake. That's almost a perfect way to end the podcast.
If you know, you know.
A little cherry on top, you know, a little wee man on top.
Icing on the cake. It's so funny. All right. Yeah, we definitely should fucking end this one because we have gone quite longer than we anticipated.
Oh, dude, I could go all night about this one.
It's a great fucking movie.
It was
a great
brilliant.
fucking movie. Everybody should go see Jackass Forever in theaters now.
Get a group together, man.
Oh,
Like
definitely.
that's
way more fun with a group of
Yeah.
friends.
You got to see this with at least one of your buddies that just has
Yeah.
the same sense of humor as you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't hit the same. Like, you got to have somebody that you're about to fucking lean into and fucking laugh your
Yep.
fucking stupid ass off.
yeah.
Yep. It's it's fucking insane. So you need to fucking see this movie with that exactly everything that Alex just said. Like that is 100% true. Because if you're just sitting there alone, it's just not gonna be the same. It's just
Right.
not.
I couldn't even imagine going to see this movie by myself.
No.
Yeah.
Like, there are a few movies that I went to go see by myself. Like, I went to go see Straight Outta Compton by myself. I went to go see Spider-Man Far From Home by myself. And I saw the newest Spider-Man by myself, because I was like, those two movies specifically, I was like, I just need to get it the fuck out of the way. I need to rip this Band-Aid off before somebody spoils it on the internet for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, fuck. But yeah, like, I've only seen a handful of movies by myself. This is not one of them. Don't ever go see this movie by yourself. Watch it with all your friends and giggle like a stupid idiot like you want to.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what it is for this episode of us talking about Jackass Forever on Lost in the Bog podcast. We love you all to death. Good night. Oh my God. I just want to say that these episodes that we've been doing with Lost in the Bog, where we literally go see a movie in theaters and then come home and immediately start recording, are so much tremendous fun. And we're going to be doing a lot more of these. We already have a few more, at least off the top of my head, at least one more movie lined up for it. And I cannot wait. And these just mean the world to me. So I hope you all enjoy them as much as I do. Everybody be sure to check out those shows I mentioned at the top of the episode, especially as well as the podcast, Dipping Milk and Cookies, and Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Everybody be sure to check them all out. And let us know what you thought of Jackass in the comments below. You know, we grew up with this shit. So this means the world to us, and I'd love to hear what you think of it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you're seeing this right now, it means you watched to the end, and you mean the world to me. Not many people do, so you fucking rule. Let me know. Reach out in any way. I'm not going to ask you to comment or like or anything, or even subscribe. Just do that if you want, because that's what will happen, you know. But if you want to reach out to me personally, do it on Instagram or Facebook at Lost in the Dark. I'm the one that responds. So, you know, if you have something you want to say personally, please reach out. I would love to hear from you. And that's going to do it for episode 225 of Lost in the Dark podcast. Thank you all so much. And as always, we got a lot more coming very, very soon. But until next time, raise your fucking horns and bang your goddamn heads. We love you all to death. Good night.
Lost in the dark.